Hello my beautiful people, welcome to your weekly general tarot scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. So these readings are for the general overview, the general energies, trends and themes that we are likely to be experiencing. Sometimes I talk about world events, sometimes I talk about the macrocosm and the microcosm, right? So hopefully you enjoy. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to, if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. For those of you that are continued subbies, you know Rafi loves ya. Before we start, I would like to bless my deck of cards, or should I say my decks of cards, with all forms of love, like peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help us all on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So this week, funnily enough, when I went into my intuition, the image that I actually saw in my mind was literally just me sat looking over a white wall, and all I could see was like the ocean. And at first I was like, okay, well this can't be the message. So I tried to kind of say, come on guys, I need a bit more than this. Like, what is the actual message? Nothing. Still just staring out at the water still. And then like a few birds kind of trailed past my vision, and then I got it. Right? Sometimes, and very often for all of us in life, we are so busy being busy. We are so busy doing and going and toing and froing and all the rest of it, that we forget to just be, that we forget to just exist, just to be who we are, just to be quiet and to be okay. And one of the messages that came through from that, once I'd really started to figure out, okay, this is the message. Be prepared to rest. Be prepared to heal, right? And one of the things that I've put here is to be healed, right? And this came up for me in a tarot reading with somebody about 6 months ago. And I said to her, right, you're already healed. Stop looking to be healed. If you're healed, be healed and have that experience of, okay, you know what, I don't need to heal anymore because I'm already there. Sometimes we kind of we get stuck in that process of doing something or seeking something, only to realize that we already have that. We just need to settle into it, which reminds me of something when I was 15 in secondary school, or high school as you guys, some of you guys call it. A teacher once said to me, everybody has a godly shaped hole within them, and if you don't fill it with something, it will be filled, you know, from the external. And that really struck a chord with me. And this very much feels like it's tied into this, right? Be prepared to receive. You know, everybody spends so much time like manifesting and, you know, drawing this in, and I want this and I want that. But like, it's like they're so into this idea of broadcasting what they want. They forget to switch the program and say, right, now that I've asked for it, I need to wait for it. I need to be in the receiving mode instead of the broadcasting mode, right? We're all radio transmitters and emitters and all the rest of it. So we're always broadcasting, absolutely. But sometimes your frequency needs to be that of receipt, right? Sometimes you need to allow whatever it is that you've called for or sent out into the universe as a message to, you know, this is what I want, this is what I need. You know, go from this to this. So that's the intuitive message this week. For our destiny card, the overarching energy, trend or theme for the week ahead is, ooh, okay, if he doesn't throw them all over the place, the Hanged Man. Sometimes the best way to get what you want is to do nothing. Sometimes the best energy, the best thing that you can do is to do nothing. Sometimes the best thing that you can do is wait for whatever it is that you've asked for, or to experience what you are experiencing. You know, when we push it away, when we try to make it something that it isn't, when we try to judge it or force it to be anything other than what it already is, this is where we tend to get ourselves into trouble. And this Hanged Man energy is really saying to you, tap into your spirituality, open yourself up on the inner planes and be with the experience that you have. If it's not what you want it to be at the moment, sit with what you have and then get out of your own way to ask yourself, which of these do I need to do? The Hanged Man is a very restful card. It doesn't go out, it's not active, it's not action orientated, it doesn't go out there grabbing, looking for, searching for. It literally just says, okay, I'm going to sit where I am, I'm going to open up my inner senses and allow whatever comes to come. So for our direction cards, how do we best tap tap into this or utilize it. And this week we have the Three of Cups, through joy and fun and interaction with that which really creates joy within and for us. Through the Star card, through sincere friends, sincere connections, through sincere understanding of the benevolence of the universe that we live in. And then the Ace of Wands. This is a powerfully creative week. For those of you that are trying to conceive, this could very well be your week. For those of you that want new friends, new social circles, this is the time for you to not get out there, to put it out there, right? To really basically attract to you what it is that you want, what it is that you need. But you have to be in that creative space in order to do so. The Three of Cups is a beautiful card. That coupled with the Star card, this is sincere friends, it's laughter and joy. It is, anything to do with technology that truly is beneficial and life enhancing. This is where social media should really be, right? This is where people get along. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm not, do you know what I mean? I'm not a Pollyanna positivist. Is that's a word, right? You guys know me. I'm pretty much as run of the mill as they come, right? But this is about seeking places, people and groups that offer the experience that you want, right? So this is really asking you to ask yourself, where is your energy and what is it aligned to? What is it drawing to you? Are you allowing it to give you more of what you've had, or are you allowing it to bring you more of what you want? Then coupled with the Ace of Wands, I love this. I think this is a creative and fun and vibrant week for laughter and joy. And anything that tries to take you out of that experience is not worth your time this week. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, everything has its place, right? Sometimes we have to be serious. Sometimes things and life are serious. But this is not that week. This is the week for rest, recuperation, fun, joy, laughter. And anything that tries to pull you out of that energy is not worth your time this week. Get started on the course. Create a study plan. Get a study buddy. This makes total sense for me at the moment as well, because there's so many things that I'm studying and doing in the background and building and all the rest of it. So this is really good. Another way that this can show up for all of us as well, on that professional level, that professional sphere, in some way, shape or form, if you need help, if you need to outsource, this is the perfect week to do it, because you could attract to you somebody that actually gets you, right? Because you're exuding that, you know what, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, I'm not going to embellish it, this is what there is, and I'm going to sit with it. By doing that, you attract what and who to you is really going to resonate with you at those deeper levels. Oh, wrong one. Nearly. 4 are insight cards. What's going on behind the scenes that we might need to be aware of? This week, I think we could see some interesting developments around the online sphere, technology. I am going to call it here and now. I think we're going to see the release of a new technology this week, but we may also see the release of a new digital platform of some sort. And it might even be that there is some sort of I think it's like a new digital platform, or maybe even a new place for people to hang out online. There's something this week that suggests there is going to be a new sphere opening up in the digital world in some way, shape or form, that's going to be, really fun. And I think for the most part, it's probably because some of the higher ups don't have their fingers in it yet. For the insight cards, we have the King of Swords, we got the Page of Wands, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is a great week to plan a trip. This is a great week to start thinking about where it is that you want to move to, if this is up for discussion for you in your life. This is a really good week to envision what you want, and it's also a really great week to build the plan or the bridge that's going to get you from where you are to where you would like to be. Your King of Swords, this is asking you to get real about things on a practical level. Make a list, create a diagram, create a workflow. whatever it looks like for you, but you need something tangible to show for this. It suggests as well that over the course of this week, the mind may take on a bit more of a serious, so like I said, there's lots of fun, laughter, joy, but the mind in terms of the plans is going to be working very hard, and that part of this is going to be really important. So it might take on a bit more of a serious kind of note in that regard, like, okay, you know what, I want fun and enjoyment and rest and healing, and I'm going to have all of those things, absolutely, but the path forward, I want to be here. What does that look like? What are the steps that I need to put in place? I'm thinking about creativity. I'm thinking about the things that I want to write. I'm thinking about the things that I want to be known for, the things that I find enjoyable. This could literally be some sort of paperwork or documentation coming through. And for a select few of you, you've got the Knight of Pentacles here as well. This could literally be you purchasing a new vehicle or a new car of some kind. What I find interesting about these as insight cards is it suggests that this creative thread that comes through this week is going to run through the entire week, but there are going to be moments that are like flashes of intuition, flashes of creativity, flashes of inspiration come through this week that are going to have us all in really good spaces. I think one of the things that I want to say is have a pen and paper handy this week, because the ideas that come up are likely to be fleeting, and so you need to put them somewhere that you know you can go back to it to remember it, because as quick as it comes in is probably as quick as it's going to go out. On the wider world stage, this is going to be some great news about travel opening up, which is really exciting for a lot of people if you are so lucky to be one of those people that will be in a position to travel. But yeah, I really like those direction cards. I really do. I get this sense that there's going to be some just like a really light feel to the week. And I think that as well with the Ace of Wands and the Star card, this is like a new space to hang out, or you know, a new understanding of the way that things are, or you know, new hope for something, or a new creative project. And I kind of feel, I don't know why, I just get this sense that it's going to be like a new online platform, a new digital space that's unregulated, so to speak, or do you know what I mean? Like it's not regimented to within an inch of its life, and so people can just explore and enjoy. Maybe like a bit of that's what I want to say, like a digital gold rush. That's kind of what it feels like. I mean, we're seeing lots of interesting stuff on the crypto sphere. Now, one of the things that I will say, because it's the Star card as well, and the Ace of Wands is, yeah. One of the ways that this could also play out for the wider world stage is that there are talks about, what's the word? Increasing economies. So, you know, I think that's going to be a good thing. But all in all, this is not meant to be a fast OTT week. This is a week where it's just like bob along, take it all at a pace, do as much as you can, do as little as you want, or as much as you want, but it has to be leisurely, it has to be fun, it has to be enjoyable. When the moments to be serious and focused and determined show up, those are the moments to be serious, determined, and to show up. All right. Outside of that, have an amazing week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Or please, I love it when you post articles, links to videos that kind of back up the things that I've talked about in this. With that said, take care, and I will see you soon.